There are horrors beyond life's edge that we do not suspect. And once in a while, man's evil prying calls them just within our range. I'm a skeptic.
So there are places here I can't go, and I stay away. And I tell my friends, if you know that something bad has happened in a certain place, you better freaking let me know.
But my daughter Kaylin has seen things that can't be explained. So we're exploring a town so haunted, no one stays out after dark. Perhaps it will make me a believer.
There's a room there that I can't go into because there's a bad, evil spirit there. And if they know you're sensitive, they attack you.
This is the first real ghost adventure Kayla and I have been on. We are actually going ghost hunting. We're staying in Virginia City, one of the most haunted cities in the entire country. In fact, this city is so haunted that at dark, it shuts down. We're staying in this hotel. I'm already freaked out. Are you freaked out? I have Kaylin here to protect me.
The Silver Queen may be the most haunted hotel in all of Virginia City. Legend has it that a lady of the night named Rosie slit her wrists in the bathtub in room 11, and her spirit can still often be seen here.
I know Rosie. She's here a lot. She hangs out in the chapel to get away from all the people that are trying to talk to her. I've experienced her being shocked when something happened that wasn't supposed to happen because she knows the schedule of things. Experience her us on a different level.
Guess what room I'm staying in? I feel like... Holy shit. I'm shaking.
Turn the light on.
Hi, Rosie. Coming in. Jeez, the fan scared the crap out of me. Oh my God. There's the bathtub. I'm staying here for the night.
Are you sleeping in the bed, or do you want to...
I'm shaking.
These are the rooms that Zak Bagans stayed in for his original documentary, the one that launched his career. He stayed in 11 and 13. I think it was him in one room and one of his partners in the other room next door, and we're connected. Well, this isn't creepy at all. We have an app for ghost detection, and we can talk to Rosie with this app in theory. It has EMF and EVP capabilities. Kaylin's in there. We're not mocking, we're being respectful. It says exhibition. Oh, I think you should get out, Kaylin.
Yeah.
Exhibition is like showing off stuff. We don't want to do that. I'm sorry, Rosie.
Sorry, Rosie.
Kaylin, do you sense her right now at all?
Yes. No joke.
Are you a little bit feeling it? Feeling
Yeah.
her presence?
Like
Apparently,
spot.
she did not want us in there. I saw Zak Bagans did something and they're a little bit disrespectful. We didn't mean that at all.
Sorry, Rosie.
And he actually came back and apologized. We're going to explore the town, but we just wanted to talk to you for a second. Rosie, shop. Wow, I said we're going to town and it literally said shop right after that. Before we get out and shop, like this thing says, that's trippy. Rosie, I was wondering if it's okay if Kaylin takes a bath in here tonight. Would that be offensive to you or would that be okay? We're going to just move around a little bit and see if that helps her communicate with us, if the levels go up. But the levels are actually going down, so I think she just wants to be left alone based on other things that she said to us before. Oh, actually, the activity's going way up. Among. Oh, can you read that? It says among. Does that mean she's among us right now, do you think?
I can feel her.
She could be here right now. We clearly should have been recording that. I took another app that I thought was just kind of a nonsense app, but we went into Kaylin's room 11, in the dark, and we asked some questions, and we saw an entity on the app, which I thought is just kind of, fabricated. But I'm like, what kind of entity are you? And she says, I'm a demon of passion. Rosie is allegedly a lady of the night, and that ghost we saw on the app was a demon of passion. It's like, how could it possibly know that? All right, we're gonna go see Virginia City in person at night. We might be the only ones out there.
Back in the 1800s, there's been bar brawls and lots of fights. So when the cleaners are coming and they wash the floors and whatnot.
They filled up a bucket and they dumped it in a sink. It was just all bloody, so now it's called the bucket of blood. If there's food here, we're gonna eat here.
True to Virginia City form, the bucket of blood cleared out by 6 p.m.
One of the few places that's still open. Last place was just drinks and popcorn only.
Strawberry daiquiri.
We stayed for a minute to see the band, and now...
In 2015, I did the Washoe Club with my family. It was a very active day. My husband's brother was a passer, and that day he got a bloody nose and a scratch. And then I went in and I just had my camera. I didn't have a flash or anything, and I rushed in front of people and I took a picture, and I'm like, so this was my first picture, and you can kind of see like something's happening in the lab. The second picture, because I was just like, and then this one. So this is the one that they can't explain. So this is the doll in that room. This was during the day. Some things freak people out.
Me and my friend Chase were in the kitchen, and all of a sudden we saw a boat just fly up and go into the corner and just drop. And we just started looking at each other and we just brushed it off. We're like, okay, let's just get out of here. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're just like, let's get a boat? Yeah, like a paper boat.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a 3-ounce boat.
This is the Delta Saloon. It was of the 100 saloons in the heyday of Virginia City. This was the most famous because it had an epic gaming room. Kaylin so far has had a virgin strawberry daiquiri and a virgin pina colada, but I think they might have spiked them because she's acting a little bit questionable.
I found your tights.
I'd wear those. The mines here were called the Comstock Mines or the Comstock Lode, not because Comstock himself found them, but he was kind of a talker and kind of worked his way into the name, and I think he made a lot of money off it.
Samuel Clemens came to Virginia City to write for the Territorial Enterprise, and it was here that he first started using his pen name, Mark Twain.
So far, Kaylin's had some drinks at 2 bars, Virgin, and we're gonna go into the Mark Twain Saloon and Casino. We just hit our 3rd saloon in one night. How you feeling?
Wiped out.
Those virgin drinks wearing down?
Yes. I need caffeine. Always prairie dog and knee-high grass.
This is possibly the most haunted place in this entire place, and we've booked a full night here. The two of us rented out all 3 stories of the Washoe Club, so make sure you subscribe to catch that video. I'm actually terrified about it. This town just shuts down at night. It's only just past 8:30 at night, and if you look, there is nobody on the street.
Just one more sacrifice, just one more story we disguise, just to survive. No one can really see.
We're back at the Silver Queen, and it's late, it's dark. We just want to explore the hotel at night, see if we can see any of the spirits that for sure live here. We know that Rosie, sometimes she gets bothered by people, so she goes.
Did you hear that? I heard a footstep.
Sometimes Rosie gets annoyed, so she goes to the chapel, but that's downstairs and not open right now, so she might be there now because we were kind of bugging her. Were we bugging her a little bit?
You were.
I was maybe. Let's see what's beyond this door. Are you afraid to open it? Do you want to see what's out there?
Let me silent alarm.
What is it?
A silent alarm.
I'm willing to risk it. Let's risk it. Let's see what's out here. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs now. Wait.
Are we allowed to?
I don't know, but we're going. This is cool, but really creepy and kind of scary. I'm a little sketched out. Look at this. Let's see below. Let's go all the way. What if anybody's on this floor? Look at that, Kaylin. They have that open. Okay, this is ghost radar, and accuracy, I don't know, but it was kind of trippy last time. Oh, geez. What do you sense?
Nothing threatening.
Do you want to see Rosie? We're going to try to use the red camera.
Hey, Rosie.
Okay, Kaylin, so are you gonna take a bath and turn on the infrared camera? Are you in?
I can just leave the bathroom light on.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid.
You're supposed to protect me. I'm the one that's freaked out.
I am not afraid.
So you're gonna turn all the lights off and just turn on the infrared, correct?
I'm not gonna sit naked in a tub with a ghost.
Why not?
Because it's disrespectful, and you saw her, she was offended that I was in the tub.
Hey, Rosie, Kaylin is considering taking a bath here. Is that okay with you, Rosie?
It's going nuts. But I'm sitting down. Grace.
Grace. Sure, she's allowing you. That means she's okay. She's giving you grace. Okay, I think she's okay with it.
You can see around me, nothing has much changed since it was last built in 1862. I'm gonna take a bath. Rosie said I could. Thank you, Rosie. Originally, this bathtub is where she slit her wrist. She committed suicide in this room. There's been reports of people seeing her in this room. She's sweet, very shy. She just wants to be left alone.
Let's see if Kaylin had any luck last night. You're alive.
Yeah.
Did you see any ghostesses last night?
I did.
You did, actually? Did you record them?
Nope, didn't have time to.
What'd you see?
I saw Rosie
Where? What happened?
right there.
What was she doing?
She's touching my hair.
She's touching your hair?
Yes.
We survived the night in the Silver Queen Hotel. Kaylin hung out with Rosie, but she was not a malevolent spirit, right? She was kind?
She was very sweet.
She was good. But it appears that the rest of the ghosts in this town trying to drive us out. There is a gnarly storm. Dumped a bunch of snow last night. Now it's turning into this slushy, gross rain. Most of the town's probably gonna be shut down. The schools are shut down. I don't know what this day is gonna bring. And we have more exploring to do. We wanna go to the cemetery where there's a lot of sightings.
I need my meds.
My name is Lillian Lund. I work here at the Canvas Cafe. I never believed in ghosts like being real before, but my first job at the Gold Hill Hotel, I was a housekeeping there, and there was definitely some creepy instances that made me believe in ghosts. But then since working here at the Canvas Cafe, I've been working here for about 8 years now. Unfortunately, the owner passed away about 3 years ago. His wife still owns it, but I've felt more paranormal stuff since he's passed away than ever before. His dog passed away a year ago, and I see the dog at least once a week running across the street. I'm always seeing the dog outline. Richard's definitely, I know that he's exploring other places in the universe, but every now and then he comes back here and he lets me know that he's here. Like you'll be like hearing doors that aren't being opened and stuff. You're just hearing stuff go on that's very weird, or he'll get into your head and almost like put thoughts in there, like having a conversation with you. So Stinky was a miner. He was a very close friend of mine. Him and his donkey's named Bernadine, they just love being around town, and he wears these iconic red pajamas all the time, and he actually has a set of red pajamas for his donkey too. He's passed away, unfortunately, but his grandson has taken it on, and his grandson still walks Bernadine uptown and takes pictures with people in the same red pajamas as his grandpa did. And his grandson's name is Pokey.
My name's Dave Wright, and it's the Antique Mall in Virginia City.
You believe in ghosts?
No, never seen one. I've been here for a long time. People say there's some in here, but I've never experienced it myself. And I've been here in the dark. Lights were off. I stayed the night here. I never had a problem. There's a ghost named Annabelle in the very back of our store.
Annabelle, are you back here?
I have no clue as to why she would be here. I don't know if she was murdered or whatever, but there was a dog in here last week in a owner's arms, and as soon as she got back where the ghost was, the dog went nuts and tried to get out of the owner's arms. It was barking and everything, and there's no one else except those people in here.
I'm Cheryl. The ghosts like to mess with this door, the bell on the door, make me think that people are coming in here when they're not. And that door is locked, so nobody can come through that door at all. So, yeah. And then this is the mirror, the bar back from the original bar that was here. And I call him the man in the mirror. He likes to walk past the mirror to make me think people are coming in here. One story I can tell you, the owner before she passed away was seeing a little girl in this back room back here. And that was how they found out that she had brain cancer, is she was seeing the little girl and she ended up getting sick. I have ghosts in my house also. I think it's the same little girl that was with the owner before she passed away. She likes to hang out in my bathroom and turn my lights on and off.
Sharon lives right up there, above this store in this building that was built in 1875. I just went into the sheriff's office to get the official position. They don't have an official position on whether or not there's ghosts, but I talked to the lady up front and she says, of course there are ghosts.
I'm Laura, I live in Dayton, Nevada, and I haven't seen anything up in Virginia City, but where I live is one of Nevada's first settlements, and we have a shadow man that likes to walk up and down the hallways of my parents' home. And every single person in my family has seen him at night.
So you're a believer?
I am a believer.
Virginia City was a pretty wild place during its heyday. A lot of people died during that time from mining accidents, diseases, and, just plain old murder and suicide. Thus, all of the spirits and hauntings here. Many of them are buried here at the Silver Terrace Cemetery, which is behind me. Because of the weather, it's closed. We can't go in, but I risked my drone in high winds to give you a feel for what the cemetery is like. Mining in Virginia City was extremely dangerous. Virginia City is built on top of volcanic activity. Right now in the winter, it's really cold, obviously, but these mines went down as deep as 3,000 feet, and the volcanic activity made it get up to 120 degrees down there. It was so hot, in fact, that miners had to take breaks every 15 minutes or so in ice baths or other cold areas they had prepared so that they wouldn't die down there. But a lot of guys did die from cave-ins, from fires, from overheat, from exhaustion. Sometimes miners would fall into mine shafts and they weren't even allowed to retrieve them because that would just risk more lives. So yes, some people are buried here in the cemetery lots, but there are a ton of people also buried in the mines themselves. How do you get girls to do that? Is that all you?
It's the pores I pour, so that's what helps them get to
Is it?
I
used to own this bar, and I have working behind the bar, I would feel ghosts pass through me. And it sends shivers through your body. And it's like, whoa, what the hell's going on now?
I live at the Silver Queen in one of the apartments.
You ever seen a ghost?
No, my daughter-in-law claims I have two living there. But I have seen some strange things happen every once in a while.
You believe?
No. Unless I can sit down and have a beer with one, then I'll believe in them.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
I have. Tell me. I didn't see him personally, but I felt him, and then the doors around me would open up. It was up at the Tahoe House Hotel when I was doing work inside one of the hallways there. The door kept opening. So I shut off the music and I was kind of tripping out, wondering what it was. And a few seconds later, I heard the doorknob actually turn and open up. I turned around and the door was open again. So I actually just got done working on that door. So we'll see what happens if it stays shut or not.
Well, first I want to show you where our little ghosties hide. We have this little hidden door over here, and you can see it's like slightly ajar. We let them have some space. This will open by itself. Well, I'll be over here with the customer, and it'll just open. I'm like, my story with what happened in the past year. I was sleeping in my bed, and I was facing kind of like this. And I felt something push me off the bed. It wasn't me like falling off of the bed. I got pushed. So I fell on the ground and I skidded towards my door. Yeah, so I was like on my side and I skid this way. That was really scary. And then I woke up in the morning. I had the biggest bruise I've ever had in my entire life. And I don't remember it even hurting.
You believe in ghosts?
Yes.
No doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've had an experience when I was in college that made me believe. There's nothing creepy about this dorm room other than I was in the basement level and in a room where a kid had committed suicide. And I didn't know till the security told me because I was complaining about weird things happening. And like my trash can falling over, I had, I don't know if it was like a fork or a knife, but I was sleeping in the living room, and right behind me is the kitchen, and I heard something get thrown across the kitchen, but when I looked, there was nothing there, but it sounded like metal. And I got so scared, so I moved to the bathroom, and I kind of just put myself against the wall, and I was facing the toilet, and my brush was on top of the toilet, and I watched it just move this way a little bit and then fall. It wasn't it just like teetering and then, no, it moved this way. So that was terrifying. That's when I woke up my roommate, turned on all the lights.
To see if we survive an entire night in the most haunted building in the entire town, click right here.